It's a stadium where India have dominated for the over last 3 decades here in Test cricket, aiming for their 100th win over Australia in international in what would be Cheteshwar Pujara's 100th Test match, in what would be Australia's 2000th international. That's too many numbers for a morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on Mastercard Cricket Live. Let's get the experts in the house because I know you want to listen to them. Sunny G, Sunil Gavaskar, I haven't seen you face to face in 3 years. The trophy that is named after you in Mr. Warder, that could be retained by India today. Or today, but in this Test match.
Yes, I think they've got a very good chance when you have a look at the pitch, when you see how the Australians were completely demoralized.
To honour the greatest players in the IPL.
And the prodigal son returns home. Virat Kohli to a ground that has nurtured him, that has curated him, where he scored a blistering double 100 the last time a Test match was played here. He was in fact the first to the net session. How did he spend the day? We deconstruct. I mean, anxiety, could it be getting the better really of KL Rahul? Because here he is in a situation where he might be looking to capture the rediscovered days of glory, in a situation where there's a debate flowing around him every time he walks into the field. So how do we see the KL of old? The ambience in the stadium is certainly going up. As you can see, the fans coming in, clamoring for Team India. How much of the conditions will be dictated by the pitch? Let's get on our pitch report. Sanjay Manjrekar was out there earlier. This Test match and also put themselves one step closer really towards what would be a World Test Championship final if they come into what would be, winning those first set. So there we go. Quite important here. News from the Indian camp as well is that we've seen Shreyas Iyer warming up quite a bit. So he is expected to make his return as well. There was a lot of slip-catching fielding going on from the Indian camp. But what will that 11 be, and what is Cheteshwar Pujara's 100th Test match? Let's find out now as we go down to the middle for the toss match as well. So there you go, just to look at the team, a confirmation for them. Shreyas Iyer also coming into the Indian team. But of course, all the eyes, the spotlight will be Cheteshwar Pujara, the man that we so often see in Zen mode, playing his 100th Test match. We have seen such an evolution in his career, the new wall as we term him. The entire cricket fraternity gets together to congratulate him on this special 100. Incredible moment for Cheteshwar Pujara to have his family there, to hear those words from Sunil Gavaskar in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. It's extraordinary. So go well, Puji. We always, love to see the way that you play as well. All right, gentlemen, not much time to wrap up here. We're about to start a couple of changes in this Australian lineup. Yes. Words of advice for the batters who are going to walk out in the batting unit now, Mark.
Well, Australia won the toss and need to bat well, make 300, put some pressure on India. But it's an unusual team lineup today for the Australians. Just the one fast bowler. So a couple of changes from Nagpur. Travis Head comes back into the side for Matt Renshaw at number 6. And then Matt Koonman comes in for Scott Boland. So very unusual that Australia are going with this bowling attack. But they just needed a spinner with some variety. So let's hope it works out. It's probably not quite the right balance. But with no Cameron Green not fit yet, this is the only choice.
Or give the Aussies an edge.
Well, there you go. Lunch here in the Border Gavaskar Trophy 81. And exciting it is because from 87 to 1, suddenly 3 wickets down. Ravindra Jadeja and Ravichandran Ashwin causing a little bit of mayhem.
Yes, I think that's what happens on Indian pitches. You know, 1 wicket gets you another wicket. And to have got 2, top batsmen back in the pavilion certainly makes India's...
Just about 100 runs in that session, as well as 3 wickets for Team India, both for Jadeja and Ashwin. Some milestone moments there for them. We'll discuss it more here on Mastercard Cricket Live. Let's have a look at our Maruti Suzuki top stories.